away we go. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Today's Tuesday, so you know this is your weekly vendor reset and must-buys for today, November 29th. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But without further ado, this is going to be your vendor reset, and we are starting off in Washington, D.C., and I will finish up the video in New York City. Here we go. Starting off with the Emmeline's Guard. This is the named P90 with perfect preservation. This week it comes with optimal range. Then we have a Vector 45 ACP, with damage targets at a cover. This is going to be a good pickup right now. So the cool thing about this Vector 45 ACP is it comes with the mod long underbarrel rail. And if you don't know, you can attach the linked laser pointer from the technician specialization to this Vector. So what you could do is you could re-roll the Vindictive off for flatline, which I'll show you in a video later. And you could use flatline with this and use it on like a spotter build or what have you. You don't even have to use spotter. All you would need is that linked laser pointer and flatline, and you are good to go with that amplified damage. Pick it up right now, Vector SBR 45 ACP at the base of Ops. Next up, we have the FAL with crit chance and on empty. And then we have a PX4 Storm Type T with armor damage and steady-handed. Now looking at the gear items, we have a Brazos backpack with Wicked, max health and explosive resistance, and then a Sokolov chest piece with health, headshot, and mad bomber. Now looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.6, drone duration 6.2, turret +1 extra sniper, and sticky bomb damage of 6.4. Now, must-buys, things to look at from the base of Ops. This Vector 45 ACP. Pick it up right now. All right. That wasn't a bad start to today's vendor reset. I just hope it continues. Now, we're going to go to the Countdown vendor, and then we will finish up at the base of Ops with the Clan vendor. Now, just a reminder, the Clan vendor and Countdown vendor are in both New York City and D.C., so I'm showing them now. That way I don't have to show them later. Now, here we go. Countdown. So for your Countdown vendor, we have the 3 named items, starting with the Grudge. This is the named Banshee with perfect Vindictive. Now, this one comes with health damage, but you could re-roll that off for armor damage or damage targets at a cover. Then we have the Battery Pack. This is the named Empress backpack with perfectly calculated. Now, this one comes with skill haste and status effects. This is a great one to pick up. What you could do is either roll off the skill haste for skill damage or the status effects for skill damage, and then just utilize it that way on a skill build. This is a really good one to pick up. Then we have Carnage. This is the named Negev with perfect Sadist. Now, this one comes with swap speed and very low rolls, so I would stay away from that one. And that is your Countdown vendor. Out of those 3 items, I would probably say the Grudge is the best one, followed by the Battery Pack, and then Carnage. I know a lot of people like the Carnage, but ever since they nerfed it when it first came out, it's just not that good. It's just really not that good. There's better weapons out there. All right. Now here we are. Shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms. Now, if you're interested in joining DoD, hit me up on Discord or in the DMs on Xbox or PlayStation. All right, now talking about clans, let's look at the clan vendor. Starting off at the top with the test subject. This is the named PDR with perfectly in sync. This one comes with optimal range. Looking at the gear set items, we have a Rigger backpack with health, a hardwired mask with skill damage, not bad, and an Eclipse Protocol holster with skill damage as well. Looking at the high-end items, we have a military M60 with crit hit damage and sledgehammer, followed by a LVOAC with optimal range and ignited. A Heligard mask with armor regen health, tactical UMP 45 with crit hit damage and preservation, and then a CTAR with sadist and damage targets at a cover. These rolls are pretty low though. I do like the CTAR. And then the last two items, we have a Badger Tough backpack with hazard, crit hit damage, and protector. And then a Empress International pair of gloves with skill damage and status effects. Now looking at the mods, we have skill duration 9.0. We have blind effect duration 8.6. Turret duration 6.3. And Seeker Mind healing of 6.3. Now let's look up here. Must buys things to look at from the clan vendor. You could easily pick up this test subject and then just re-roll that optimal range off for either armor damage or damage targets that it covered. This is a great weapon to use with skill builds. Next up, not really. I mean, if you don't have an Empress set, this one's a good one to pick up because you have skill damage and status effects. And remember that skill efficiency helps all of the above. All right. And that is it with the clan vendor and the base of ops. So we're going to make our way west and then double back east. Starting off with the campus settlement. Here we go. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. If I missed any must-buys or anything like that, just let me know in the comments. You know, hey, Kami, you passed over this, and I really like this item. You should probably look at it again, and, you know, I will. Why not? All right, here we go. Campus settlement. Ba-ba-ba-boos, yeah. Ooh, nice. Starting off with the Punch Drunk. This is a great pickup. I'm going to say this is a must-buy. Now, what you would do with this one is re-roll that weapon damage off for either max armor, or you could go with max weapon damage. But utilize that crit hit damage and that headshot. You could even put a crit chance mod on here and get everything and the kitchen sink. This is a very good named mask, and I highly recommend you get it, even if it is just going to be in your stash. Now, for the other ones, we have a SR1 with mag size and fast hands, a custom L86 with crit hit damage and reformation, a China Light mask with weapon handling and skill damage, and then Walker Harris holster with weapon handling and headshot damage. Now, looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.3, Kim Launcher skill haste 5.9, Hive stem efficiency 8.2, Pulse radius 8.5, and Trap shock radius of 6.0. Now, must-buys things to look at from the campus settlement. The Punch Drunk mask is a great one to pick up. The China Light mask isn't bad if you're trying to go for like a skill build or a explosive build. Just re-roll that weapon handling off for status effects, skill haste. I mean, you could even go crit chance, crit damage, anything like that. And then this Walker Harris holster isn't bad, but hear me out. So what you would do with this one is put it on a headshot damage build. If you do headshot damage and weapon handling on all your pieces, you're going to be shooting laser beams and getting those headshots like it's nothing. Not only that, but with this combination, what you could do is re-roll that weapon damage off for armor and then have like a tanky multiplicative damage headshot build. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a good one. I'm gonna pick one up. All right, so that is it for the campus. Now we are going to our Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West. All right, here we go. Let's go. Alrighty, and a reminder for Dark Zone West and all of the Dark Zone vendors: all of their items can be purchased with DZ resources. The only way you can get those is within the Dark Zone itself. You can either get it from the blue boxes, or you can dismantle contaminated items in your bag and they will turn into DZ resources. That way, whenever you go to extract them, you'll extract DZ resources. So that's how you get them. All right. Now here is Dark Zone West. Here we go. Starting with the Baker's Dozen. Okay. So with this named M1A with perfect lucky shot, it also comes with armor damage. This is a good pickup, most definitely. Now what you could do with this one is just re-roll the rifle damage to max, and then just optimize that armor damage. I think you'd only have to optimize it once to max it out at 6%. Then we have a KSG shotgun with headshot damage and future perfect, followed by a SIG 716 with damage targets at a cover and rifleman. For the gear items, we have Negotiator's gloves with crit hit damage, Umbra knee pads with weapon handling, Petrov gloves with health and hazard, and then finally, Y'all gear knee pads with repair skills and status effects. Now, looking at the mods, we have incoming repairs 16.8, Seeker Mine +1 cluster, shield damage bonus of 1%, Firefly damage 5.8, and decoy duration of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look at from DZ West. The Baker's Dozen isn't bad. I mean, if you want to try it out, it is a solid rifle to use. And that is it. Let's go to Dark Zone South. We're going down south, boys. I hope you packed your swimsuit, because it's going to be hot in the deep south. And boom, here we go. Dark Zone South. Big money, big money, big money. And boom, the Devil's Due. So this is the named Seska backpack with perfect clutch. Now this one comes with hazard and crit chance. You could easily use this with a hazard build. Pick this one up. You only have to use 2 Seska to get the hazard out of it. Now this one already comes with crit, so you could utilize that. Max out the core attribute. You are good to go. I myself am not a fan of clutch or perfect clutch the way they have made it since year 2. They completely changed clutch from year 1 to year 2 with the release of Warlords of New York and Gear 2.0. When they did that, clutch has never been the same. So that's why I have never made a build with clutch since year 1, and I probably won't, because clutch is not worth it. Then for the other high-end items, we have a Tactical Vector SBR 9mm with headshot damage and Ranger, followed by an ACR with reload speed and in sync, and then finally a Police 686 Magnum with mag size and preservation. Now looking at the gear items, we have Aces and Eights of chest piece, right? Is that a chest piece? Backpack? No, that's a backpack. The Aces and Eights backpack with really high weapon damage and health, followed by Hunter's Fury chest piece with weapon handling, 511 backpack with galvanized health and headshot damage, and then finally Heligard chest piece with unbreakable repair skills and status effects. Now for the mods, headshot damage 7.6, drone armor repair 6.3, turret duration 5.7, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.3. Now must buys things to look at from DZ South. You could pick up the Devil's Due. I'm just really not a fan of that clutch. If you are, let me know in the comments how you use clutch and what you would recommend, because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right. And our last Dark Zone stop is going to be Dark Zone East. And for this one, we fast travel to the Alpha checkpoint. That way we don't go to the main entrance and run all the way through that courtyard. All we have to do is exit the checkpoint and we are good to go. Now you will catch a double loading time just because it's putting you in a new Dark Zone lobby. But again, all you have to do is exit the checkpoint, go to your left, and boom, there is your vendor. And here we go. Big money, come on, DZ East. And starting off with the Commando. This is the named marksman rifle with perfectly naked, comes with crit hit damage. Then we have a SR1 with health damage and strained, followed by a military RPK with mag size and future perfect. Now looking at the gear items, we have Heartbreaker Mask with repair skills. Golden Bullet? What? And they must be outside of the main entrance. Then we have a Rigger Holster with repair skills. Golden Gear Mask with armor regen repair skills. And then Uzina Holster with hazard protection and crit chance. Now looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.6. Chem launcher duration 4.1, Hive +4 repair charges, pulse effect duration 8.9, and trap duration of 4.1. Now, must buys things to look at from DZ East. Not really. Just because they all take DZ resources, and that's a fine resource to have. So I would probably just tell you to keep your resources instead of buying anything from that vendor. And our last stop for Washington, D.C. is the theater. The theater settlement. Here we go. Come on, bro. You've been hooking us up, man. Come on. Hook us up. Let's go. Hey, the Fox's Prayer and knee pads again. 2 weeks in a row. Let's go. So this is going to be another must-buy. So if you missed it last week, here you go again this week. Fox's Prayer knee pads. They are best in slot knee pads with those damaged targets out of cover. Oh, it's so good. Now, what you could do with this one is pick it up twice. The reason why I'm saying twice is because it comes with crit chance. So what I would do is I would re-roll one core attribute to armor and then one core attribute to max weapon damage. You could easily just optimize the crit chance a few times to max and you are good to go. This pair of knee pads is perfect for any sort of damage or tank build in the game. That damage targets out of cover will significantly increase your overall damage.
Hi there.
Next up, we have the KSG shotgun with damage targets out of cover and steady-handed, followed by a UIC 15 mod 2 with headshot damage and perpetuation. For the gear items, we have Alps gloves with weapon handling and explosive resistance, and Providence knee pads with health and weapon handling. Now looking at the mods. Protection from elites, 11%. Seeker Mine Healing, 5.7. Shield Holstered Regen, 4.2. Firefly Skill Haste, 5.9. And Decoy Health of 5.5. Now, at the theater, best thing for you is going to be the Fox's Prayer. Let's be real. All right.
Nice doing business with you.
And that is it for DC. Let's finish up in New York City. Here we go. Come on. Come on. I want you to do it. There we go. Thank you. Now, there are only two vendors left in this video. We have Marco, who's going to be at the top of this escalator. And then we have Roy Benitez just outside. Now, if you haven't already, support the channel. Hit that like, subscribe. You know the deal. Here we go. Marco.
Hey, want to make a trade?
All right, Marco is selling the Carbine 7. This one with stability and overflowing, followed by a black market M60 with swap speed and ignited, a ACS 12 with swap speed and sledgehammer, and then a first wave PF45 with reload speed and eyeless. Now looking at the gear items, we have a Wyvern chest piece with focus, repair skills, and skill damage. Weird. That's a really weird combination. Badger Tough knee pads with health and weapon handling, and then Empress International holster with repair skills and status effects. Now looking at the mods, we have incoming repairs 17.1, shock resistance 8.2, seeker mine damage 4.3, hive health 7.8, and sticky bomb duration of 6.4. Now must buys things to look at from Marco. Not really, not this week. All right. Now, our last stop of the reset video is going to be Roy Benitez. But first, you got to say hi to the dog. Interact, pet the dog, show your love and support. Make sure he has food and water. His tail's wagging. He's a happy, good boy. All right, buddy. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next week. Now, our last stop is going to be Roy Benitez, so here we go. All right, now starting with the FAMAS. This is a FAMAS 2010 with strained and accuracy. Then we have a military M60 with stability and preservation, followed by a Resolute MK47 with damage targets out of cover and breadbasket, and then finally a D50 with rate of fire and killer. Now looking at the gear items, we have a Walker chest piece with crit chance, skill damage, and entrench. Seska knee pads with crit hit damage and status effects. And then Heliguard mask with armor regen and crit chance as well. That's a good one for a armor regen crit build. That is a good one. And then for the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, skill haste 10.3, seeker mine health 6.3, firefly +1 max target, and trap shock radius of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look at from Roy Benitez. Just the Heligard mask. I mean, with the armor regen and the crit, you could easily make like a really tanky crit build with armor regen. I mean, it's a no-brainer. All right, and that is it for your weekly vendor resets and must-buys for today, November 29th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe for more Division content, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day, everyone. And yeah, we have a lot of videos to go over today, so I hope you're ready. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.